Yo, yo, YouTube! I thought I'd do a quick video before the sun goes down. I'm heading into the sunset, literally, it's right ahead of you. What a gorgeous view that is. Be a quickish video because not a lot's happened today, although I've got one thing to talk about. So, today, I didn't have any jobs booked in this morning, but I looked at the CX system, and this morning I got a job, and that job was going from trying to find it now. Where was I? Here we go. From Sleaford to Wolverhampton, and I left the house. I got it about 8:30. No, probably got the job about 20 past 8. Left the house at 8:30, and I arrived and picked up my load. It was the right side of Sleaford from me, and I was there and off site by 9:05. And that job was 101 miles for a small van, and I bid around £100, a round number of £100. And then I made my way to Wolverhampton and got offloaded, and I was ready for my next job at 11:45. And there was loads of jobs to bid on. I'm going to quickly look at how many I bid on. I was bidding quite high, quite good money, so I wasn't sort of worrying about undercutting anyone. But I bid on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I've been on 24 jobs. Some of them were cancelled, some of them were sold. I had so much choice. It was really quite nice to see. I didn't worry about who was around me. I just put on the bids I wanted to have for the work. And on my 24th go, I got a job, and that was going from Willenhall, which is quite close to where I was, about 10 minutes away, to, I hope I say this correctly, Llanelli, 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 I think. And that was for a long wheelbase job, so long wheelbase van, sorry, and it was a total distance on the CX of 164 miles. I bid £175. The only problem was, so this is like I've been on about 20 jobs now, and so this is one of what I've bid on. And when it came through, it was a 3 o'clock pickup, so I had quite a long wait. But by the time it would have been about an hour after I dropped off, so it would have been about quarter to one-ish when I picked up this job. And so I asked the guy if I was able to pick up another job on the way down, so I could box or something. And he said that I couldn't, so I said that's fine, just to double check. So I had no option I couldn't co-load. I had the time though to try and bid on other jobs. I had about 2 hours, so I was bidding on a couple of jobs that were local, just to see if I can get another £50 job in. But I didn't get anything. So I made my way across. Oh yes, I got some fuel from the Sainsbury's in Willingham. And it was quite cheap, well, compared to other places. It was 159 pence per litre for my diesel. And I went to the toilet in Sainsbury's and I bought some sandwiches for tomorrow because I haven't got enough food for tomorrow as well, because I realised that if I was going to do this job, it's going to be tramping out tonight in South Wales, most likely. So I then got myself to the location after I'd done all that. And I got there about an hour and a half early. I thought I'll just tell them I'm here, and then so they know, and I'll wait until they're ready. And I rang the bell, and there was no answer. And there were some forklift drivers coming and going, but they kind of ignored me. So I went back to my van for another half an hour. 2 o'clock, I went back, rang the bell again, no answer. So I went back to my van till 2:30. Then this guy came out to the smoking area. I asked him where the dispatch office was, and he said it's the other side of the building. So I'd been waiting there at the wrong side of the building. So I got myself out, round the back, but luckily for me, it had made no difference because they weren't ready for me when I arrived. So I was there about 20 to 3, 2:30, and I said, I'm ready when you are. But they said they've got another pallet to prepare, so I was happy to wait. By 3:15, a guy came up to me and he said to me quite apologetically, we've got 2 pallets ready, but we're still trying to sort out the items for the 3rd pallet. How long can you wait for? So this is what I then did. I said to him, and this is what I'm going to suggest is good practice. I said to him, how much time do you need? And he said, quite apologetically, about an hour. I said, that's fine, I'm going to talk to my boss and I'll get back to you. So then I rang the shipper, closed the door, closed my van door, rang the shipper, explained the situation, and then I said, if you give me an extra £20, I'll wait until they're ready. So that means that the customer I'm with now gets what they want, the customer at the other end gets what they want, you get what you want, and I get what I want. So as far as I'm concerned, that was a win-win-win-win decision that I was responsible for. And the shipper was fine with that. The risk of me saying that was that it might have taken more than an hour, in which case I would have been getting less money than perhaps I could have got away with. But I was fine with that risk. So I waited. I'd already prepared my spreadsheet stats, and at the point before he came to see me, my net earnings after fuel for today was going to be £225, 225. But with the £20 I got for waiting, that made my net earnings after fuel 245. So for doing nothing, apart from sitting and watching some YouTube videos, I did several things there. I got more money that made me close to my target. I made the guy I was sighted with very happy. I think I made my shipper quite happy. I think I'm going to make the customer who receives these happy. I might even get good feedback off the back of this. All because I just made a decision in the moment just to be nice. So I think it's a strategy that works well for me, usually. It doesn't always work, to be honest. Sometimes you can't get around things, but 9 times out of 10, I find that being nice to people gives me a reward, a positive reward. So I would recommend it. It's a good strategy to try. And to add to that, I don't necessarily mean be nice specifically to get something out of it. Just being nice for the sake of it is worth it. Right, so was there anything else? No, I think that was all. So let me give you my stats for today. This is based on when I get to the drop-off location about 8 o'clock. This will be what my day will be like today. So I will have worked today a total of 10.5 hours. And to be fair, 2 hours of that was me sitting around doing nothing. So I would include it in my day, but I wasn't any work. My mileage today was 285 miles, 285. I got some fuel today, so my new average fuel cost per mile is 17.41 pence per mile. My gross income today was £100 to go from Sleaford to Wolverhampton, and the 195 to go from Wolverhampton to Knethley. So that's 295. My cost of fuel today is £49.62, and that means my net earnings after fuel today are £245. So very good. 2 jobs, 2 CX jobs, not a massively long day, and then I'm finished. So I would say today can be, I hope it's been a good day. My next issue is what happens tomorrow. So I've got to try and find a job from the South Wales area, probably Swansea, getting me back eastwards as far as possible. I have got a plan, a sneaky little plan, which I will tell you about tomorrow if it works out, for Saturday, or even for Friday maybe, but we'll see. It's a long shot. If it works out, I'll know the. I'll borrow a phrase from White Knight Couriers. That if it works out, I know the courier gods are smiling on me. Now, disclaimer here: there are no such thing as courier gods. They don't exist. But I like the concept. So I think that'll do for now. It's only 11 minutes, quite short for me. I'll get myself on to my drop off, and hopefully nice sleep. I'm just going to say again, it's always worth repeating. Oh yeah, 2 little things. I'll say 2 little things. One off the back of today. Today just reminds me how much I love my job, and it's always worth repeating it because it just suits me. I love what I do, and it's just nice, easy, and relaxing. I'm going to respond to a comment that I got, but I'm going to write them a message. But as I'm here, I'll do it again because it's always worth repeating this message. Because I assume that people have all seen all my videos, but if you haven't, you don't know the context sometimes. So I want to reiterate about the financial side of this. I have a target of £250 per day that I work after I've paid for my fuel. And the reason why I have that target is if I earn that amount of money, that pays for my business running costs, which I estimate to be £80 a working day. That may or may not be accurate. We'll see at the end of the year, but it's a good estimation. And then that leaves me with about £180, which I can then utilise for my own personal expenditure and savings and pension and stuff. So I don't, in every single video, go into that every single time. I just basically give you a daily record of how much I've earned using CX and non-CX jobs after the fuel is taken into account. So clearly there is more to the finances than just that, but I can't in every single video go through everything. I have to make some assumptions that I have to stop at some point about what I say to people in each video. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not saying that I'm doing it correctly. I'm sure there are people out there who do better than me and some that do worse. I'm definitely regarding this as being a learning curve. I definitely want this to be a business that lasts, so I have to make some decisions maybe differently in the future. I need to think about how I make this business sustainable. But right now, for a variety of reasons, what that 250 figure is going to work for me if I can achieve it. It will change. After Christmas, it's going to change. In a year from now, that will change. But right now, that's what I'm aiming to do each day I work. It's not the same figure that you'll need. You might need more, you might need less. So I think hopefully that gives a more rounded picture as to the financial side of doing this job. Bearing in mind, I've said all this before in other videos. Right, thank you for listening. I hope you are successful in whatever way you define that. And please, maybe even tell me this time, what have you learnt today?